Shabbat Shalom, and this wonderful Shabbat, a Shabbat that we're going to bless, the new month, which starts this week, the month of Nisan, a Shabbat that we read a Torah portion of the first commandment that the Jewish people got was to make months, Shabbat of renewal and a Shabbat of reflection. I'm sure you're expecting the first thing I should talk about is what is a lesson we can learn from what's going on in the world. But actually, I want to look at where you're looking in the Torah portion, because I found something fascinating this week. One day, and the news pops up on the phone, it spoke about how a quarterback changed teams. And everybody, when they read that, they found so excited. I'm like, even people that don't follow sports, like, why are you so excited? It's because finally something in the news that's not about the virus. We're so overfull with the news of the virus that sometimes it can feel challenging. So let me look at this week's Torah portion. We find something really fascinating. What do we find? We find the Jewish people were commanded the first mitzvah. What was that mitzvah? To make months. Commandment, whenever you see the new moon at the time of the temple, you would see two people would see the moon. They would run to the high court, two separate individuals, and they would say, we saw the moon, and they ask questions, and then they declare it's a new month. And if the 31st day came, and there was no new moon, automatically it became a new month as well, which, by the way, is the reason it's beyond today why we have 2-day holidays, because it took a while to get the news. Today, we have calendars, so it's a lot more simple. But why would the first commandment that the Jewish people get is to make months? You would think the first commandment is something really religious and ritual. And the reason is because God wants to tell us a very important message. What makes a month? The moon wanes, the moon afterwards gets bigger. The month is when the moon disappears. It's when things disappear is when they restart and grow to a full moon. It's when the things are the hardest that is the moment of restarting. And that's the beauty of where we are holding at this time of the year. As you walk around, the flowers are starting to bloom, the grass is starting to come out, and we think, usually it's spring or pouncing around and everyone's feeling so serious. But let us look at the renewal. It's so struggling and so hard now. But we know this is the Jewish people throughout our history, and humanity throughout our history. Things might be down, but we will always come back. And that is something we have to think about this Shabbat, a Shabbat where millions of Jewish people will be praying at home instead of in shul, praying with our families, making our home a shul, I should say, making our home that environment. Let's think about how we pray to bless this new month, the month of renewal, the month of new beginnings. May it be so in our life. Shabbat Shalom, wherever you are around the world. We love you, we're here for you, and we care for you. Shabbat Shalom.